Kentucky news, more like Kentucky history, Louisville history, actually LMPD history. Okay, so I'm documenting all the atrocities. I did a quick Google search, found a couple cases. I'm sure when I dig deeper, there'll be more cases that come out. Um, but so far, we've got Michael Newby, a 19-year-old who was shot by an undercover officer, and he was shot in the back. So Michael Newby, 19-year-old, in 2004, January 3rd, shot in the back by Mackenzie Mattingly. The family was awarded $250,000 for the case, so that's the value of a life, right? $250,000. But also, since they settled, it also shows that they realized they was in the wrong. Why would they settle for $250,000? If there was no wrongdoing. I mentioned before how off-duty cops have, taken the same powers that they have when they're on duty. So before you had Charles Wheeler, who was off duty at a bar. Somebody was hitting on his wife or some shit. He pulls out a badge, and then dude's kind of like, "You're off duty." So what's that? But the badge don't mean nothing, and dude just starts wailing on him, just starts punching on him, and he didn't get anything. I'm not sure if he got indicted, but he got no charges filed on him. Charles Wheeler's a free man. He's going around hitting people whoever he wants. He's a free man. That's assault. An assault charge can ruin a person for life. But if you're a police officer, you're allowed to have infinite assault charges on you. And that's acceptable because if you got a badge, you're protected by the law and the court and legal justice system, and it'll be his word versus yours, who they're going to believe. The system is geared up to go against the people. They got all these prisons that they built, and they got to fill those prisons up to at least 90% capacity, so that way these prisons can make money. And because of the private prison industry, because of the war on drugs and the military industrial complex, the police industrial complex, we have, there's lots of money in hurting the public. So there's lots of money. They're spending all of this, money on new segways and riot gear and all this new technology on ways to hurt people. When I feel like community policing, them going around, getting to know people, that would be better. When the police officers actually know the people that they're protecting, they're more likely to be better human beings. Okay? So, you have, Charles Wheeler, who just didn't do, this was a couple years ago, and actually had this recently too, last year, September 6, 2012, on 24th and Chestnut Street. Right? And I don't know the race issues, but I'm assuming white cop, black dude. I don't know. But you have Chauncey Carthen. That's the police officer who's off duty. And so Chauncey Carthen, he says he's off duty, and he just starts flipping out on dude. Actually, I don't have all the information. I feel like he shot dude for some reason. So I'm going to have to pull up Chauncey Carthen's profile up and talk about it here in a second. Okay, so you got Michael Newby, 19-year-old, who got shot in the back in 2004. You have this recently Atwan Ursary, who had robbed a woman, and so he needs to be subdued, but he shoots at the police and he gets away. So it almost seems like the police, if you're able to be caught, they'll do something to you. If you submit to their authority, they will fuck you up. It's human nature. If you show no power for yourself, they will just find anything and everything just to harm you. And they only harm those who can, that'll be allowed to harm them. When it actually comes to catching the people that rob or the people that kill, there was a person that was killed by the Shively Apartments not too long ago. They're going to find him. They're going to find his murderer. They don't find these cases. They don't, if I'm broken into, I'm not going to, and my car's broken into, I'm not going to call the police for that. They're not going to find the person who did it, and they'll probably end up harassing me. So, I'm not going to, the only reason I'd call the police is for a car accident so they can file, write out the paperwork. If something was big enough taken, I'd call them so they could fill out the paperwork. But if it ain't, anything the insurance will cover, I'm not talking to them.